It's the end of a long day of heightened emotions at the headquarters of the Chabad Lubavitch community in Crown Heights after a student is stabbed while studying in the synagogue. That student, Levi Rosenblat, remains at Bellevue Hospital. News 12 Brooklyn's Shayna Estulin is at that Crown Heights synagogue, where all of that violence unfolded. Shayna?
Yeah, Vanessa, things are really quieting down now. People are returning to the synagogue to study. They say despite the stabbing, they're going to continue here as normal, although what happened here was far, far from normal. Take a look at this video taken by a fellow yeshiva student just moments after the stabbing. In it, you can see the police yelling at the attacker to drop his knife. He does, but then lunges for it again, and police shoot him. Police are identifying that man as Calvin Peters from Long Island. The victim, Levi Rosenblat, was stabbed in the head and needed emergency surgery for bleeding in the brain.
We continue to pray for Levi's recovery, and while we're very pained by the events that unfolded this morning, we're grateful to the police for their speedy response.
Rosenblat was here from Israel studying. Now he's in Bellevue fighting for his life. Earlier in the day, Brooklyn District Attorney Ken Thompson came to the synagogue and said there'll be a very thorough investigation. He was also asked about it being a possible hate crime. I actually spoke to Rosenblat's friend who was with him when the attack happened. He said Peters yelled at them, "I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you," and then yelled, "I'm going to kill Jews." Take a listen to what D.A. Thompson had to say about that.
What was the motive behind this vicious attack? Was it hate or was it something else? And that's why I have members from my hate crimes unit, prosecutors, interviewing and conducting an investigation as we speak right now.
Whatever the motive, Jewish and black leaders here in Crown Heights gathered just a few hours ago and said this attack won't divide the community, which suffered devastating riots 2 decades ago.
In the face of true, it began with a tragedy, but hopefully this will be looking forward rather than looking backward.
To that end, tonight there was a wedding here at the synagogue. It's traditional for Chabad Hasidim to marry here, and a young couple continued that tradition, not letting that stabbing change anything. There will be some changes, though, that Chabad spokesperson I spoke with said there's going to be increased security here at the synagogue now after that attack. And I just have to say, Vanessa, as somebody who grew up in a Chabad community, I've been to the synagogue many times as a child, and I can say it's really devastating for this community. This place is so sacred. It's where the Lubavitcher Rebbe sat while he lived, and for it to have been the scene of an attack, and now there has to be increased security again, it's very, very, very devastating for this community. And just one final note, Vanessa, the people I spoke with here just reminded me that a couple weeks ago there was an attack on a synagogue in Israel where American citizens were killed, and now they say an Israeli was hurt here in an American synagogue. So again, that just adds to that unease and feelings of tension here. That's the latest from Crown Heights. I'm Shayna Estulin, News 12, Brooklyn. Back to you, Vanessa.